In this video, I'm walking you through how to write proposals to clients in order to win their business. We're walking through the strategies I use and how you can apply these to your photo or video services. Hey there, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Chris. I'm teaching photography and how to start a creative business. I'm posting videos 3 times a week, so subscribe to stay notified. Today we're talking about writing proposals in your photo or video business. Last week we talked about how to write emails and pitch to clients. Today we're tackling the next step. So you've already emailed a potential client and maybe you got them on the phone. The client said they liked your work and ideas and they want to see a proposal. You tell them, great, I'll send that over to you. But in the back of your mind, you're thinking, how do I write a proposal? What do I include in this? Am I talking pricing, showing examples? How can I convince the client to trust me and work with me? That last question is really what the proposal is about. It's about building trust between you and a potential client. It's about furthering your relation with that client. You know you can create awesome photos and videos that will meet the client's demands. You know you're awesome, but your client doesn't know this. Or they don't believe you yet. You're still trying to build the trust and prove that you're capable of doing what you claim. The proposal builds this trust. It tells your client you're capable of the project. Let's get started. First off, let's talk software. I use a website called PandaDoc to create my proposals. You can create templates on documents, have them signed, and create product offerings in the software. I like it because it's super simple. I'll leave a link down below if you want to try it out. But you can use anything from Google Docs to PowerPoint to DocuSign. There's a lot of software out there. Don't get caught up in this. Okay, so what goes into the actual proposal? We know you're trying to build trust, so have this in the back of your mind as you're creating the proposal. My proposals have 6 parts. 1, a cover page, 2, about me, 3, example work, 4, timeline, 5, pricing, and then 6, terms and signature. Let's break it down. The cover page, this is a super clean page that makes everything look more professional. First impressions are everything. Here you can add your client's company and their name. Below you can add your name, your company, again, something nice and clean. I have one of my photos set as the background, but you can also just do a solid color or even leave it white. Next, it's the About Me section. I have a little blurb about what my company does, how I provide value and offer solutions to the client's needs. I'm sure you already have a website, so this is going to be pretty similar to what you have in your About Me on your website. Below this, I'll include some ideas from the brand that we talked about during the call. So if I was pitching a coffee brand and want to include some action shots of coffee beans falling into the scene, I would include those ideas here. Include a few bullet points so that you can reiterate what you talked about on your phone call or your emails. Next is your example work. This is where you show your best photos or videos that are relevant to this client. I start this section with recent projects. Here I have a couple of projects that link back to my website if they click the link. On my website, they have some more photos to look at and I have a description of the project. This shows them what I've done with other brands and what I can do for them. This is where I'm building on that trust and credibility. I'm saying, I've done this work before, the brands loved my work, and this is what I can do for you. Build that trust. Below this, I've got a few more examples. These are just some of my favorite relevant photos that they can quickly scroll through and get an idea of what I do. Again, we're building credibility. At this point, hopefully the client has seen what I can do and they like what they see. Now they're wondering, how do I get to work with this photographer? This next section answers that question. The 4th section of the proposal is the timeline. Here I'm setting expectations of what it's like to work with me. This section accomplishes a few things. It shows that I've done this before. I know how this works. They can get peace of mind by seeing a timeline of the events from signing the proposal to getting the final photos. I have a pretty fast turnaround time, so they see this too, and they know that I just don't provide awesome content, I provide it fast. This section is going to vary depending on what your niche is and how you operate as a business. If you do weddings, this is going to look different. If you do portraits, it's going to look different. Map out all the steps between the client signing the proposal and you delivering the final photos. Once you map this out, you can write your own timeline and add this to your proposal. This next section is the big one. This is why your client wants to see the proposal. They want to know how much this is going to cost. I'm not using this video to teach you how to price your work. I'm honestly still figuring that out myself, but the big thing for this section is to make it as easy as the client to understand what everything costs. You want to make it as easy as possible for the client to work with you. And by having a simple pricing outline, that's going to maximize the chances of them working with you. Personally, I charge by the final deliverable. If a client wants 10 photos, they don't care how many hours you spend shooting, editing, creating mood boards. They care about the cost of the photos. They just want final results. If you want to be treated as a business and not a freelancer, I suggest you price your work in the simplest way you can. Create product categories, write a brief description of what each category represents, and keep the pricing simple. Lastly, are your terms and signature. I'm not going to tell you how to write your terms. I'm not a lawyer, so don't listen to me. Either find a contract or pay someone to write it for you. This section is to cover yourself in case something were to go wrong. At the end of the proposal, add a signature section for you and your client to sign. And that's it. Let's go over what we learned in the proposal. What goes into it? Well, we have the cover page, about me, example work, timeline, pricing, and your terms and signature. Include these things and you'll be ahead of everyone that isn't doing this. This may sound complicated, but it's worth doing. Again, you're building trust here. Putting in the extra effort to write a proposal puts you ahead of all those photographers that are just emailing their pricing and sending examples back and forth. This is a competitive landscape, and anything that you can do to get ahead will be worth it. It's awesome that you're trying to learn more about the creative business. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up. It really helps. I want to say a special thank you to all my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. I'll see you all in the next video.